Hello, everybody. Welcome to X-Marks the Spot with me, your host, Richter Hammer. And as usual, we are fresh off the pay-per-view every fourth week or so, like we usually do. And so we figured we would first run by our up to 2 awards from last week, and then our match and promo from anything other than the pay-per-view, and then break down the pay-per-view, give our thoughts and stuff like that. So joining me as per usual is Chris, a.k.a. The Mole.
And hello, interwebs.
James Phoenix.
Hello.
And Marcus Shadow.
What's up?
So, all right. Without further ado, we will jump into our awards. So, with your first award, take it away, Jim.
Okay. Let's see here. And as a reminder, this is a pay-per-view week, so only 2 awards will be given.
He already said that.
He did say that? I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, he went through all that of 2 awards and a match and a promo of the week. He explained it for the people.
Oh, I thought he only said that to explain it to us before we went on the air. Sorry.
He just said it 1 second ago and then said, so over to Jim.
Okay. We're on the air. I had to invalidate him once.
That's true.
Anyway, so my first award is the hashtag Give Divas a Chance award for Stephanie calling up Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch to the main roster. Whether they're going to give Divas a chance to wrestle and be good, or whether they're just calling them up to give them a chance to suck like the rest of the main roster remains to be seen.
Yeah, I also had that. My title was yes, 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 no, no, no. Because I'll be sad that if they're not on NXT, and it's cool that they're pulling them up. But yeah, I kind of don't trust WWE. Their track record's not the best, so hope for the best, but I expect the worst. And I feel
Pretty
really
much.
bad because they're so good, and I want to give them a chance, but WWE a chance, but
Yeah.
I agree.
Richter Hammer, I feel that needs to be one of your alternate T-shirts in 2K16. On the front, hashtag hope for the best, and on the back, hashtag expect the worst.
I like it. Should be what I come out as, and then I wrestle in my pixel head.
There you go.
Yes.
All right, so
Rick makes everything better.
that's true. That needs to be a slammy. A word for best pixel face.
Does Richter ever make Wife Blade wear a pixel face of Richter as he's having sex with her?
No, because that'd be weird. I'm not like Hulk Hogan narcissistic. Come on, give me something.
Yeah. My daughter looks just like me. I must get inside her, brother.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh boy.
Hogan knows best. So, Mole, your first award?
My first award is called Bringing a Coke to a Gunfight. And that is for Swerve this week. It ended with Xavier Woods using a cannon of powder on Kofi and just pow, shooting him right in the face. As payback for Kofi getting him slightly wet with Coke and Mentos while he was sleeping. Like Kofi's was like, oh, he's asleep, let's prank him, put some Mentos into a Coke, and it goes and squirts. He's like, oh, stop getting me wet. Oh. Okay, that's funny. If that's funny, I'm going to get you back. Kofi walks into the room, boom, with a cannon. He's like, oh my god, I might be blind. And Xavier Woods is like, aha, so you got swerved. I'm like,
wow.
it sort of escalated really fast, but I like it.
I
want to see Kofi, I want to see Kofi one up that next. Like Xavier Woods is like leaving the arena, boom! Kofi has like the New Day tank that just shoots powder and.
I think he's gonna have a pit covered with leaves, and then he falls into it. And a giant cartoon cannon comes out and shoots Xavier Woods out.
Xavier Woods is still just upset that Kofi beat him in the Rayman Legends soccer minigame on his YouTube channel.
Which I will say, there is more to that Swerved episode, but I was waiting for the gun, so that was the prank I had to give the award to. Because I was like, oh, it's actually funny with what
Nice.
what escalated it.
Mm.
It's like that's overkill.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes. And if you didn't see the commercial, stay tuned for next week's Swerved, where you'll see WWE superstars saying hilarious things in Spanish that they don't know they're saying.
Nice.
Indeed.
Payback for all those tables.
Exactly.
That would be the best ending of the episode. When it just has the table, and you just hear, oh, they wouldn't do that.
Well, yeah.
And then the camera goes over the table. You just see Rey Mysterio hiding underneath it, laughing.
Yeah. But I could totally. I would have liked that prank more with the Spanish if it had been the Spanish announce team doing it, and then at the end it was just like, that's for a fucking table, and just leave.
That'd be great.
But yeah, that was my award.
Nice. All right, Marcus, your first one.
Absolutely. My first award, excuse me, my first award goes to, it's called the Comics Zone Award for the versus screen for Neville versus Stardust, drawn in a comic fashion because that looked fucking awesome.
I'm gonna say I have the same award, only I named mine Who Watches the Watchmen.
I like that.
Because
That works too.
Mine was also for the promo at the beginning of it, where Stardust is all talk about heroes and how it's passé, and now the line between heroes and villains has merged and stuff like that. It's like the man that gravity forgot first, the Prince of Darkmar, with those comic screens. It was like the comic verse screen. It was like that was just fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
And Cody's promo, or Stardust is before someone mentions that, but Stardust's promo about of the heroes and all that when he did it, it was fucking brilliant. Like, this is like one of the few promos I've seen him do as Stardust without having to refer to Goldust or as a team. And it's like, I now no longer really want to see much more Cody Rhodes. I mean, I like Cody Rhodes, but I want to see more Stardust. I want to see what he does on his own more, because it's like he's made it different to Goldust, if it makes sense, like completely now. So it's like, that's awesome. He's like got sort of like this Jokerish Riddler thing going on, and I like it.
True.
Nice. All right, so Jim, your second award.
Fair enough. I didn't really have much of a catchy title for this one. But,
Oh, I was going to say, did you forget yourself?
No, mine
Oh.
was the same as Jim's.
he jumped out with the Divas Award.
Oh, fair enough. I'm so used to him coming from NXT. I was like, my bad.
Russo swerve.
Exactly.
Richter Swerve.
Richter Hammer Swerve. Stop. Hammer Swerve.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah, my second award, I didn't really have much of a catchy title. I basically just call this, why wasn't this a fatal four-way? For 3 dudes challenging Cena for the title, and apparently you want some, come get some, only applies to one-on-one matches. Because seriously, why did you not just make this a fatal four-way match? Cena would have won to maintain the integrity of the pay-per-view. That would have been fine, but have a badass fatal four-way match. What the hell?
I think the reason for this is I'm pretty sure with what they did with that, and I won't touch on it too much, but because later on, but I'm thinking they're rebuilding Rusev back up. Because if you noticed with who won the triple threat one, and how fucking close was Rusev to defeating a fresh Cena while he's just wrestled a triple threat, he now looks fucking really legitimate again, which people were worried like he'd drop down after the Cena match, like he no longer seemed like a legitimate threat to anyone. He's fucking just shot back up, in my opinion, because of that, because he almost beat a fresh Cena. That makes him more legitimate than if it is a fatal four-way and say like, oh no, he almost beat Cesaro.
Hashtag Rusev Swerve.
And the Ivory Speedo.
Okay then.
Well,
We haven't mentioned Richter and his Speedo, like all pay-per-view or all recording for it. So I need to mention one. I am sponsored by it.
Sponsored by Richter's Speedo.
Yep, I'm sponsored by Ivory Brands trademark.
Nice. All right, so and Mole, you did your second one, correct? Because it was the same.
I did.
Marcus was first. All right. So Marcus, your second one.
All right. My second award, I called it Basketballs Do Hold Grudges Award for Randy Orton for sliding in behind Sheamus while he's doing the thumbs up, thumbs down to Ryback. And behind him, Orton's doing the thumbs up, thumb down thing as well. And he's like, screw it, spins him around and RKOs him. I was like, yeah, that's what you get for stealing that taunt.
Orton is a table, not a basketball.
He was a basketball for that
kidding.
one night in tribute to his close friend Batista.
Yeah.
His fallen brother, Batista. I'm not dead.
He stole MVP's gimmick, but he's like, I can't just keep doing the whoosh, shoot pose. I know what I'll do. Instead of the balling pose, I'll be the basketball.
Yeah. Yeah,
Be
Batista's
the ball.
Batista's currently not on the planet. He's looking for some god named Thanos. So yeah, Orton has to represent. But yeah, I thought that was cool that Orton just popped up and he was like, fuck it, or RKO.
Nice.
All right, so my second award, I call it thousands of dollars. For, I read this article about Kane, like the wrestler, obviously, was selling his Kentucky estate for $800,000. So it wasn't $1 million, so I couldn't say $1 million of dollars. But anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny because they were like talking about his house and stuff, and he's got like a gym out back, and he was selling it because so he and his wife could move closer to their insurance agency because it's like an hour drive, and I just picture Kane selling insurance.
That's a huge.
Do you have fire insurance? You need that.
That's a huge coincidence, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Kane has a gym out back, and Jim has a cane out back.
Dun dun dun.
Fact.
All right, so
I just bet I picture Kane going to work. He just unlocks the door. He waits to IRS at the tax place next door.
yes.
Just goes in time.
I will admit, I did
Closed.
smile.
Then yeah.
I did smile when you went thousands of dollars. I was like, yes, he's taken the Virgil news.
No,
like,
if I had 3 awards.
What was the Virgil news?
Oh, you should have done that.
Virgil has a Go Fund Yourself campaign to try and make himself a millionaire, and he just wants people to give him money so he can be a millionaire because he's been in the business for years and has gotten like nothing back. So he's like, he kind of wants his due, which is fair enough. And at least he's honest and saying, I just want the money. I just want you to give me money. At least he's not bullshitting people about it or anything like that. He's being upfront, which means if you give him money when he says, I want you to give me money, there's no dishonesty there. I can't hate him for that.
Yeah.
He said he was going to be a millionaire, but he didn't get all of it.
Yeah.
I would laugh my ass off if we went to his GoFundMe and Ted DiBiase gave him $1.
I'd laugh more if he stuffed a $100 bill in his mouth.
That too.
And then Ted DiBiase Jr. gives him the full $1 million because there's actually a Ted DiBiase family dynasty war about to happen.
Ah.
Because as we know, the DiBiase family with that $1 million title, it's run basically exactly the same as Game of Thrones.
Nah.
With political intrigue.
Coming to the WWE Network.
DiBiase Dynasty.
Yes.
But can we run that on the Dynasty Warriors engine?
It already has.
Nice.
Okay, so on to our match and promo of the night. Keep the same spread, so take it away, Jim.
Okay, match of the night. Even though it should have been a Fatal 4-Way, I gave it to the Triple Threat match, Cesaro v. Rusev v. Owens, because they did a pretty good job beating each other up, and it was pretty impressive to watch those three go. I mean, those are three athletic dudes, and an interesting mix of styles, where Cesaro's a little bit more about the speed, a little bit more about the straight-up athleticism and power. Rusev's a little more about the slow grind and pound power game, and Kevin Owens is a little mixture of both. So it was a pretty good back and forth, and I would love to see those three guys go at it, not, with another dude waiting in the wings.
No, I'm gonna let it go. I heard it too.
I thought he wasn't there for a conversation earlier.
Nice. Whenever someone mentions something like that, I know it's an innuendo, and I just hear like Richter chuckle a little bit. I am thinking partly like I've become Lisa's brain of, yep, don't worry, I heard it too.
Nice.
All right, and your promo.
But yeah, so Triple Threat match. My promo, I gave it to the contract signing, because we all know what was going there, and I don't know, Brock Lesnar just beat the shit out of people, and it was entertaining.
I liked when he just picked up the table and used it like a battering ram.
That was amazing. It's the first time I've seen that happen at a contract signing.
I was shocked though, because underneath, when we saw the bottom of the table, it didn't have a sledgehammer strapped underneath, but I thought that was supposed to be the norm.
Yeah, you would think.
Or is that just when Triple H just had time to plan?
Wait, Triple H is Batman?
He is.
Oh,
Well, he is a billionaire douche.
that is true. That is true. Good point.
Well, I think he's probably a millionaire, not billionaire, but still.
Well, yeah. I mean, if his dad is the millionaire who should be a billionaire, then he must, he must be the thousandaire that should be a millionaire.
That's what I was gonna say. He's got thousands of dollars.
Well, to be fair, he is married to Stephanie, who was the $1 million princess. Therefore, he would be the $1 million king.
But they gotta adjust for inflation. And...
Oh, good point. It's Canadian. It's $1 million Canadian.
1 million rupees.
Yeah. How many vases did he smash to get them? That's how they were comedy work.
How many people did he bury?
But hey, at least if he has $1,000, he can go buy Kane's house.
Yes.
He's Batman of Earth 69.
Nice.
I want him to
That's
buy
also an
a
innuendo.
house. They just like JBL and Shawn Michaels. He's like, I own you, Kane. It's like I already was doing what you wanted. He's like, oh, carry on.
That's why Kane works for the Authority. The secret comes out.
We're on to you. Nice. All right, so Mole, your match and promo of the night or of the week?
My match was the same as Jim's. Rusev versus Owens versus Cesaro. Although technically it should just be Rusev versus Cesaro, because it was pretty early in the match, like within 5-10 minutes, that Kevin Owens realized, hey, wait a minute, I'm fighting him on Sunday. Bugger this. I'll see you on Sunday, and just walks off.
Which is smart.
Yeah, which was smart, and it made perfect sense, and he doesn't look weak going into the pay-per-view, and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, he struck later, but I like that match. That was a pretty good match, and I want to see Rusev versus Owens.
That would be a good match.
That would be a good match.
With how they built that up, with Rusev actually managing to match his power and stuff like that, Rusev's a pretty quick dude as well. It's like, I kind of want to see this. But
that would be good.
My promo, which was one Jim had mentioned earlier, hence I didn't talk about it then, was the Nikki coming out and talking about being the total diva and being the best, and how like Team Bella with Brie and Nikki and like Alicia Fox is there and stuff, and then Stephanie comes out and talks about owning WWE and how women in sports, and she introduces Paige, and then Paige introduces the Revolution of Becky Lynch, then Charlotte. Then out comes Naomi and Tamina, who then Stephanie asks for a third person, and Sasha Banks comes out. And then Stephanie then asks, who's going to take this opportunity before you? And they all just brawl as Stephanie looks up on the top of the stage doing the Mr. Burns excellent.
Pretty
And
much.
they've added the excellent, but it was implied.
It was implied, yeah.
Yes. Yes, it was. It was heavily implied.
Yeah, it should have been like medieval time. That's what wrestling should be. It should be like medieval time. I want to see wrestlers go in there and just take off like their armbands, throw it in, like Cena takes off his wristband, throws it on the floor like a gauntlet for a challenge, or someone. Oh, Kane takes off one glove, done. Gauntlet. Pick it up if you accept this challenge. That'd be awesome.
Kane only wears one glove.
That was really loud and staticky.
Oh,
It
sorry.
was.
I don't know why. Any better though?
Yeah, it sounds like you're close enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I was saying, but Kane only wears one glove.
Which is fine. He only has to take off one glove and throw it down.
What
Yep.
if it's a triple threat, though?
Yeah. Then two people will throw down their stuff.
Oh. Technically speaking, if you're gonna go that route of challenging and this and that, and trying to make it all go, if you're trying to bring that level of respect to wrestling, isn't that already Ring of Honor?
Sort of. Although Ring of Honor does actually have proper storylines and stuff as well. Let's not forget CM Punk was doing the straight edge thing there before he was even one of the ECW originals or New Blood or whatever the fuck that shit was. When basically ECW existed for the sole purpose of getting Punk over. And then when Punk was over, it existed for the sole purpose of getting Bobby Lashley over. When Bobby Lashley was over, it existed for the sole purpose of giving Vince a video library.
Then after that, it existed for the purpose of giving Mark Henry something to do.
Oh, I was aware about Mark Henry, hence why I said video library, because Vince doesn't care about Mark Henry. He's a filler boss.
True. That is true.
Mark Henry is like, I don't know, he's a bounce from Bleach or Garlic Jr. or something. He's filler at best. Like, no one's going to consider him Freezer level, but you'll be like, oh, I remember him from that filler arc.
There you go.
Yeah.
That works. For all fairness, we all know Punk was just following in the footsteps of that great ECW legend, the Zombie.
All right, so Marcus, your match and promo?
All right, well, my match is the same as theirs. It's the Owens v Cesaro v Rusev triple threat. But that was a good match. Truth be told, I didn't see much of the Owens part. I missed the beginning of the match, and I came back, and Owens was like, "Screw this, I'm going home. Screw you guys, I'm going home." Walked off, and I was like, "Okay then." And then the rest of the match was pretty good.
That's funny. He actually looks kind of like Cartman too. Now that I think about it.
And my promo is the opening promo of Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, and Kane. Because like Seth Rollins trips over his words, understandably so because of what he was trying to say. It's like, okay, yeah, that is kind of a tongue twister, but he covers beautifully for it by saying, "Hey, Brock Lesnar destroyed a gift I gave to my friends, and I'm still shaken up over it." I was like, hey, that's a pretty clever cover up. Nice, good work, Rollins.
What was he trying to say?
Oh, I don't remember what it was he was trying to say.
I don't know either, but now I'm curious.
It wasn't. It was like an inanimate object. An inanimate object, and like I did then, it's like an inanimate. No, it's an inanimate object.
I thought it was gonna be like Lesnar lays ley lines.
And like Heyman, that's when Heyman was like, Brock, I think we're about to be threatened by Undertaker's baby brother. And then my favorite line from Heyman, it just made me laugh because I was just like, wow, someone actually addressed this. He goes, but wait, let me get this straight. You want my client, Brock Lesnar, to take part in a contract signing later tonight. What could possibly go wrong? And I was like, yes, thank you, Heyman.
See, I liked it in that promo as well. Like, and I was talking to Richter about it during the week. I like the fact Paul Heyman's like, yeah, my client Brock Lesnar, the Conqueror, he conquered John Cena. Yay! From the crowd. He conquered The Undertaker's winning streak at WrestleMania. Boo! But at SummerSlam, he conquered Brock Lesnar. Oh, sorry, he conquered John Cena. Yay! Because he is the one in 21-1. Boo! And it's like, that's just really funny. Like, it was just like in and out of face heel.
Yeah. We're gonna talk a little more about that when we get into the pay-per-view.
But I like the fact they didn't actually. You know what I mean? I like the fact they didn't actually like turn around with Brock with that and just not have him mention that, because
Yeah.
how many times is like a heel turned face and suddenly they're completely against all the stuff they stood for when they were a face, or vice versa. And it's like, this isn't how this should work. You should be the same character. You should just be evil or good.
Yeah, that would be like the night after Digi Rusev, Lana walking out in an American flag skirt suit.
Although I will say, which I don't know if Richter would agree, I will say, even though not a big fan, was amused by heel Austin. Only when he was partnered with Kurt Angle. Like when he gave Kurt Angle the tiny little cowboy hat when Austin had like the big hat as he's singing to McMahon and stuff. That was funny because Kurt Angle and Austin together were hilarious. They hated each other, yet were both like J&J security, but with actual, like, I don't know, legitimacy. I'm not sure if Richter remembers that during the invasion, the tiny little cowboy hat. That was awesome. I don't know why those two together were funny.
Yeah.
I miss Kurt.
Yeah, I miss Kurt.
More than that.
You know who doesn't? Oh.
Old man Kurt. Old man Kurt.
Okay. And so for my match and promo, my match was on NXT, of course. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the NXT Women's Belt. Of course, those two always put on a solid match. And
enjoy that while you can, Richter.
I know, right? It was like basking it in. But poor Charlotte's hair, like a chunk of it got ripped off, or I don't know what. But there's a part where she had Sasha in like it wasn't exactly a figure. Well, maybe it was a figure four. And she like saw it and she grabbed it and she starts like whipping her with it, like she was legitimately pissed. I was like, whoa, it was pretty good. I don't know. Like at the end, she like, did the good guy thing of like hug her and lift up her hand and stuff. So I'm like, I guess she wasn't mad, but man, she looked it. Like she was just laying into her with the hair. Not like it does any damage, but she just looked pissed off.
Now, I'm ashamed you because as an NXT fan, you should be fully aware because Michael Cole made the same fuck up on Raw. It's not the figure four, it's the figure 8.
No, but she didn't do the one with the bridge.
Oh, she didn't bridge it? Okay.
No, she didn't. No, she did the normal one.
Okay.
Oh, look what happens when...
Out of nowhere.
You don't question Richter on NXT, boy.
See, this is what happens. You come into Richter's show. He's going to show you up, boys. This is Richter's show.
You come on X-Marks, Richter's show. You run.
As last week's description said, something along the lines of, this is Richter Hammer presents X-Marks with Richter Hammer, with your host, Richter Hammer. Invented in Richter Hammer vision.
Yes.
Stop. Hammer time.
Oh my god. I think all NES games are in Richter Vision.
Yes.
That'd be amazing. It's like the complete opposite of 3D glasses. You put everything on and it goes blurry and pixelated.
Yes. It makes everything 2D.
Damn it! This isn't working on Minecraft.
Or would it be one of those things where it reverses it and it makes Minecraft look like real life?
Oh my god, it looks like Skyrim.
And I don't think you mean the Skyrim texture pack.
I do not. But I do kind of want to buy that. I also kind of want to buy the Halo pack. And then I can jump into Richter's game as Master Chief.
There you go. What's funny is that they had, in one of the skin packs, they had a Master Chief one, and then they have like an updated one in the Halo pack, which looks better because it has like little shoulder pads and stuff.
Nice.
So it actually, with Master Chief Collection, it looks like that. There's like old one and then the remastered.
Nice.
Anyway, my promo of the week was they actually had a little background vignette about Baron Corbin, which I actually thought was interesting because like when I started watching, he was just kind of there, and this showed a little bit more about him. So it was like he actually played football and had like 4 division rings and did boxing and all that. And I was like, oh, okay. Like this sounds weird, but like without you just see the guy, I just thought he was some dude. I didn't know he was like one of the people that like did something before wrestling. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. You know a little bit more about him, and kind of.
Please tell me he did what I've been asking for a while.
Uh-huh.
When people do that, yeah, and I was trying out for football, like with The Rock and stuff, did with Goldberg and shows like them in younger days.
Right.
Tell me it was more like Kane goes to Hawaii. He's like, yeah, I was a football. It's like his photoshopped on a footballer's body. There's me doing karate. So, look at all these rings I have. As he's like holding out his hands like the Mandarin. Look at my Super Bowl rings.
This is me meeting Kennedy. People are like, wait, what?
Here I am in space.
Here I am stopping the Cuban Missile Crisis. How old is this guy?
Yes.
Here I am inventing the motion picture. The vaudevillains go, wait a minute.
I want someone to have that gimmick.
Jericho.
Yes, Jericho.
I was just gonna say that's Jericho's gimmick.
This should be this guy should whoever has it should then feud with Jericho and tell him that he invented that. And Jericho's like, no, you can't steal my gimmick. And he's like, stealing your gimmick, I invented that. And,
yeah. Damn it! Yeah. And here's the list of moves I can do. And when Jericho's like, no, I invented that. Here's the photo, and it's like his face photoshopped on Jericho's body.
Yes. I even wrote a book, and it's Jericho's books with his face photoshopped over.
And here I am as the first ever undisputed champion. And who remembers when I beat The Rock and Austin in the same night?
Yeah.
John Cena remembered on my podcast.
Yes. I mean, it's just like a video of him, like over the top, like Saddam Hussein's mouth on South Park, with him redubbing himself, like, "Oh, so Cena, can you tell me about that story?" And then Cena, then that's like one of his stories he says.
Why don't they let us pick the storylines?
And Jericho's like, "Oh, so what next? You're gonna Photoshop your head over Fozzy?" And he's like, "No, I only take credit for good stuff."
Like they just have weeks of build up to that. Just slam them back down. Oh man. So anyway, we'll do a seamless transition to the pay-per-view. So this was the Battleground pay-per-view. Huh?
Battleground.
Battleground.
The one I said totally should have been when they brought back War Games last year.
There you go. All right, first up was the pre-show match, which I actually managed to see most of. Surprise. It's my Russo swerve. But it was Wade Barrett versus R-Truth. Wasn't it for the crown or something?
Yeah, it's the battle for the crown.
Yeah, it was whoever wins gets to continue calling themselves the king.
King Barrett versus King What's Up?
Does that mean Jerry Lawler is just sitting there going, oh, whoever wins, I lose?
Yes. That is why he feuded with Bret when he won King of the Ring.
Exactly.
But I'm so glad Wade Barrett won.
Yeah.
Because like I said, if this had been a normal feud with no stipulation, I probably would have been like, okay, maybe I prefer Wade more than R-Truth, but I wouldn't care if R-Truth won. But with the fact it's all R-Truth's done is just put on a fake crown and held a plunge and go, yeah, that thing you just won, yeah, I'm the king. Anyone can call themselves a king. It's like, yeah, anyone can call themselves a king. Anyone can call and say, I'm the champ. But if you win the belt, you're the actual champion.
True.
Stupid quick.
See, I'm okay with him like mocking him, but it seems kind of silly that you could like win the title of King of the Ring later. Like I'm not a fan of like when you win Money in the Bank that someone else can like win it from you. I understand like a couple times they've done it because the person's injured, and like that's debatable to me because as long as they're going to be back before that year is up, I don't see the reason to do it. But it's like you can't just take that title. That's like, we have people wrestling to become a table, and that's silly to me. Is that you could then win King of the Ring by beating someone who did like what?
Yeah.
Like that's too far for me, which is funny.
Yeah, and I agree. Like, if you win it, you obviously you should have it. Like you said, arguably if they're injured, yeah, fair enough. Even with Royal Rumble, okay, if both people go over the top rope, then they should feud for it. Fair enough. Yeah. Or like the time when McMahon was like, "Aha! Now I'm not going to WrestleMania." So Shawn Michaels like, "Well, fine. The runner-up of Austin takes over." Fair enough. That was actually what this storyline was for. That one makes sense. But when it's like, "Aha! I'm just going to beat you for no reason other than WWE's now lost faith in whoever won Royal Rumble," or like Daniel Bryan's situations, or haha, WWE's now lost their faith in whoever has the money in the bank. It's like, fuck off, they won it. Let them do it.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
The only problem is when you do that, then you end up with things like when Sandow cashed in on John Cena on Raw and got his ass kicked quickly just to get the briefcase away from him.
Yeah, but I would rather he cash in and lose.
Yeah.
Then he lose to someone else who takes it and gets the push that feels like it should have been the other guy's push.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Steal.
Plus, to be fair, Cena himself also lost a Money in the Bank contract, and as we've seen, he's had a pretty successful title run recently. He's got US Championship now. I'm expecting big things from this guy. Maybe a world title push in the future. This kid's gonna go far.
Right.
I'm not allowed to pretend Cena's a rookie. Oh.
You are.
Yay!
No.
You're gonna Kevin Owens it. Look, kid.
I will.
Well, clearly he must be a rookie because just looking at this, if my memory serves correctly, he's in the United States Championship picture right now, and I just remember seeing him in that picture like 12 years ago. So I don't know. Apparently, he hasn't gone anywhere.
That wasn't John Cena. That was Cody Rhodes when he had his old tights and stuff. Or if you know about the one before that, I believe that was Lance Storm.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Or possibly Sean Stasiak. I don't. This John Cena kid though is going to go pretty far once he finds his footing and loses like the generic like tight shorts and having to take off his t-shirt to throw into the crowd, which is sort of been done to death nowadays. When he finds his gimmick, he's going to be huge. Trust me, this guy has it in him to be the next Virgil.
John Cena's GoFundMe.
or if my monkey power works, the next Ultimate Warrior.
Wow.
Oh man. Somewhere Ryback's in there going, whew, dodged it.
Oh, I'm hoping Ryback's the next Benoit.
Oh, wow! Oh, dear God.
Goldberg's at home going, whew, dodged it.
I'm hoping Goldberg's the next Owen Hart.
Nice.
Nice.
I.e. Goldberg would be
I
a
don't need
step
a
up
harness.
above
I'm
Ryback.
Goldberg.
Yeah. Goldberg would be a step up from Ryback in that people would want to see him inducted, but maybe some of his family won't let him. But with Ryback, it'd be a situation. No, I completely understand why they've erased him from history.
I feel like that'll happen on its own anyway.
Pretty much.
Not like killing his family, but just like in like 5-10 years, people will be like, Ryback? Oh, I vaguely remember that guy.
He'd be on the side of the street with "Feed me more" signs.
Yes, feed me, please. Oh, now I want to hire the big guy.
I will say, if you're listening to this podcast for the first time, we are only joking.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
It's okay, our friend Triple H knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like Triple H. He's my bestie.
It's true.
The X-Town can neither confirm nor deny the claims made by one Chris, aka the Mole.
Oh, Richter confirmed it. It's his show.
Yeah.
Richter confirmed it.
Yeah. It's X-Marks canon.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Pixel approved.
pixel. Yes. Little 8-bit
The ivory
thumbs up.
pixel.
Yeah, it's just like a stamp where you go and it puts like a pixel face on everything.
It's a pixely version of the old Nintendo seal of quality.
There you go.
Their seal of quality.
Yes.
The ivory pixel.
I want to make that now.
Richter approved.
I want to see the Richter seal of quality.
Yes.
But after this pre-show, I believe we had an actual pay-per-view.
We did. I didn't know if you wanted to mention the Heyman segment or not.
Oh, yeah, you can mention that, because I knew you wanted to mention that.
Oh, why? Yeah, just there was the Ask Heyman segment. I forget what they're called.
Social Media Lounge, I believe.
Thank you. Yeah. And he was normal Paul Heyman, but just like after that segment, I was looking at my phone and I saw there was a tweet from Joey Styles that he had a question for Paul Heyman, which was, "Who's your favorite ECW announcer?" And I was like, I kind of wish they had asked that.
That would have been
like Matt Stryker. Next question.
Ouch.
All right, so now on to the pay-per-view proper. First match, I believe, Orton v. Sheamus.
Well,
Yes.
I guess I'm kind of impressed. We got through the pre-show without Richter giving us the why Corey Graves sucks report.
I
To
tuned
be
about when
fair,
he was on there. Yeah.
Corey Graves is throughout this whole pay-per-view with statistics. Richter can get to that later.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I asked.
He needs a higher neck shirt. He looks weird. He's got the nice suit on and then tats coming up out of it, and I'm like, that looks just strange to me. Not to judge someone by how they look, except Corey Graves, but it just looks weird. See like nice stuff and tattoos coming out of it.
It's
Just pretend he's the Joker in disguise.
You know.
To be
yeah, there
fair,
you go. Yeah.
Richter doesn't like Corey Graves. Richter's the one in the ivory tower and stuff. Corey Graves is actually the hero of this story.
Ah.
Because Richter has cemented it as the X-Pound supervillain.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Nice.
But
Anyway, pay-per-view.
Sheamus v. Orton.
it was a decent match.
It was a good opening match. Normally the
It was,
opening
yeah.
matches on the pay-per-views don't keep my interest too much. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times, you know what I mean? They're just like, oh, okay, it's the opening match. Not much is going to happen here. This was actually a pretty good match.
I can't tell. I said, for the record, those listening at home, I missed the first 2/3 of the pay-per-view, but I'm not surprised by this. Orton and Sheamus are two good quality superstars. I mean, they got good talent in the ring, they got good mic skills, and I can see these two guys with, especially Orton being the veteran and Sheamus having been around for quite a while at this point. I can see those two going out and putting on a great match. I mean, I can see them working well together.
Yep.
Orton did a great job as the face. I mean, he had the hometown advantage or disadvantage, depending on who you ask. For the record, Orton wins. But he played up the crowd. Yeah, he played up the crowd really well. He's, the face of get on your feet and just walk around and taunting and stuff. It's like, okay, I don't know. I just thought it was cool to see Orton being like super babyface for once.
Yeah, I like this, and like I've said in the past, they had some good matches when they were feuding on SmackDown and stuff like that. So this was pretty good, and it's weird to see it like roles reversed, because I believe last time Orton was the heel and Sheamus was the face.
Yeah.
Back when he was doing his haha and bullying like Alberto Del Rio, and then boom, be a star campaign advert. Or sometimes right afterwards, which I think his gimmick was irony, but I'm not entirely sure.
I did like it when he stole his car, though.
See, when he stole his car and some of the stuff he did with that, I was like, he's clearly bullying him. You're bigger than Alberto. You're acting like a complete bully to him. Oh, be a star campaign. And I'm like, that's funny. Although he was entertaining in that role, it was still funny.
Wasn't that also around the time that he was going to be in that Marine movie?
Sheamus?
No, the other guy.
Yes.
Alberto?
No, Orton. I was like, wasn't that around the time Orton was going to be doing that? He was exactly much better on the whole be a star thing.
Hmm. Well, to be fair, Orton wasn't in that, so yay.
True.
Because dessert or whatever it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Be a star. Run away for people in need.
To be fair, running away is exactly what they want you to do, instead of bullying people.
Interesting.
However, why did he run away from the Marines? He would seem perfectly fitted to be the Marines. Like, imagine during like the 9/11 stuff and all that, when like Osama bin Laden was on TV, he'd been giving a speech and boom, out of nowhere.
That would have been
That'd be
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, they found Saddam Hussein in his hole. Just as Saddam Hussein pops his head up, boom, out of nowhere.
He gets punt kicked.
Yeah.
Orton kicking the stash off a Hussein.
Yes.
Lying there jittering like Vince after
Yeah,
taking the stunner.
I have to wonder if someone's actually taken one of like Osama bin Laden's old Al Qaeda videos and just fucking photoshopped
Auto-tuned
in
it?
Randy Orton with out of nowhere.
Oh, not auto.
Oh wow, they should.
Photoshopped would also be funny with boom out of nowhere.
Yeah. You will never find me. I found you. Viper has struck. The Viper has struck.
Yep. But yeah, like we said, the match was a good quality match. It was pretty fun, and Orton won with an obvious RKO, but he won. But that was, like I said, the match was pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, so next match was the Primetime Players versus the New Day for the Tag Team Championship. I actually thought it was a better match than I thought it was going to be. Had some good spots several times where I went ooh, so liked it more than I thought I was gonna.
I actually missed this match.
So yeah, I like this match. It was good. The only problem I think with this match is I swear they just had this match on SmackDown or Raw this week or last week, and I was like, I swear I've already seen this, but it wasn't terrible, if that makes sense. Like it was still a pretty good match and it was entertaining. Like it wasn't like not. I'll just say for the record, I don't think any of the matches at this pay-per-view made me go, this is boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can agree with that assessment.
Agreed.
You didn't watch 2/3 of them.
I know.
He's invalidating the 2/3.
There you go.
Yeah.
To the ivory tower.
All right, so next match, I believe was Wyatt v Reigns.
It was.
Okay,
I think.
That is correct.
I remember.
There
I
was
wrote down the order, but I wrote it down like after the tag team match. I wrote them down like several matches later, and I was like, oh, I might have the order wrong.
You are correct, Richter. But there was a backstage Diva promo first.
Oh no, I missed that.
I believe this was the Page one with the faces.
Yeah, Paige was talking to Charlotte Becky Lynch about Divas Revolution, something, tear down the house. Then
Yeah,
they're
which
gonna
was
tear down and
pretty
rebuild it. Yeah, something was a good promo.
Yeah, it was pretty a good promo of her rallying the troops to win tonight. Which that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like how the person who wrote the list recap that I'm looking at here had to end that she ended the promo talking about doing all this with a flair, and then felt the need to put in parentheses FLAIR.
Fair enough. Which, yeah, then we had the Bray Wyatt v Roman Reigns match.
So am I to understand the shocking result that Bray Wyatt actually won a pay-per-view match?
Yes.
Yes, but not on his own.
That was the Russo swerve here.
No, he didn't, Jim. This was all a lie to trick you.
No.
Yeah, he did win. I believe he won.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but not on his own.
He had hoodied Harper came out.
It doesn't matter if it was on his own. He still won, and the record books will still say Bray Wyatt won, Roman Reigns lost.
If they're getting back together, I fully approve that because Bray Wyatt was way better when he had his two minions running around. So I fully approve of that.
Which means shock on Raw when the other one shows up.
I know.
Isn't he injured though?
Yeah, I think Big Red is injured. That's probably why I wasn't there.
He was there
Yeah,
in
but
spirit.
But as people make the comments to you all the time, Rick,
Oh yeah.
all people look the same. So they'll probably just find some bald guy in the back and just send him out there with a sheep mask on and be like, yeah, I'll do.
That would be funny.
Kane in a sheep mask.
Part of me wants him to come back, and they're like, "I thought you were injured," and he's like, "I have been healed."
Yes.
Because if Bray Wyatt's a cult leader, maybe he has the power to heal.
Yes.
I would give him some legitimacy.
I have been healed. I'm like, what? You're cured? No, I mean, I turned heel.
Yes. Dolph Ziggler's like, "Hey,
Yes.
that's my hashtag."
Or because now they need something new, he comes back and like, I've been healed. How? And then you just hear this voice from behind him, by the power of positivity.
And then do they get taken out by Brother Love?
Ah.
How is he not managing them?
Yeah, okay.
Why haven't they? Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Brother Love's still around. Does he still do stuff in the business?
Yeah.
He's still around. He's still alive, I believe.
And if not him, Dude Love.
Dude Love, yes.
That would also work. Or the Reverend Devon.
Only if Deacon Batista's coming with him.
Deacon Tracks?
He holds grudges though. He can't be a deacon anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, Brother Love was in TNA until 2013, and he has not been seen since.
That sounds really ominous.
I'm just saying.
That's because no one watches TNA.
Oh, okay.
And just as he was released on July 17, 2013, and that's the end of the Wikipedia article. So
He went to TNA and hasn't been seen yet as their ratings show.
It was like, is that the game over screen for the next WWE game? It's like, game over. You went to TNA.
yeah.
Yes.
And it should be noted. I don't know what kind of state he's in, because it should be noted that the year before he left TNA, he had 2 heart attacks. So
Goddamn heart attack. I will note I am not making fun of the fact that he had a heart attack. I apologize for anyone that's had a heart attack. It was
No, you're making fun of the fact he had multiple.
mm,
I'm not making fun of the fact he had
No.
a heart attack.
no, I just chuckle because of that.
Yeah, because really, I honestly did think he screamed that out of goddamn heart attack.
And we're horrible people. Note that. Hashtag we're horrible people.
We are, but yeah, Brother Love, I will make the case, Jim. Even if he's had heart attacks, that wouldn't stop him standing at ringside and motivating the New Day. I mean, Jerry Lawler had a heart attack and he's still commentating.
Yeah.
this is true. He was actually, Brother Love was the senior vice president of programming and talent relations for TNA.
Mm.
So, I don't know.
But thank you for listening to this Brother Love podcast,
Indeed.
sponsored by Wikipedia.
Oh my God, we should find him. Get him on the show for no reason.
Rick, you do realize what you just did?
Yes.
Yeah, he is still alive, isn't he, Marcus?
That was what I was just gonna say. You just encouraged Marcus Shadow to find a celebrity.
No, Brother Love.
Ouch.
And Virgil goes, "Whew, wasn't me."
Hey, he once managed The Undertaker.
True. And the Undertaker does say he'll make you famous, so
That is
Yes.
true. That is true.
I stand corrected.
Always amused me how everyone is always like, yeah, it's always been Paul Bear. And it's like, no, even he had Ted DiBiase and Brother Love helping him at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not forget them.
Well, see, I would go out to Brother Love, but he's already had 2 heart attacks, so I figure natural selection is doing my job for me.
Third time's a charm.
Oh.
Lucas.
You're thinking he's a Marcus survivor like Joey Lawler?
Is there like a support group for that? Get an armband, Marcus Survivor.
Yeah. It's the opposite of the Connor Award.
Wow.
I can't believe that kid became famous.
Thank you. Good night.
But no.
Oh man, the only thing worse was I laughed so much at that.
the Bray
That's right, Richter. You are a supervillain. It took
That's true. That's true.
But Bray Roman Reigns, that wasn't terrible.
Yes.
It was
No,
actually a
it was
pretty
alright.
good match. And I think they're going to have the inevitable rematch at SummerSlam. I'm thinking Reigns will probably might overcome the odds and take out the other Wyatt.
Maybe.
Or Dean Ambrose will help him or something.
Yeah, it'll be like
Guys
those.
in the hoodie.
Get involved.
Yeah, where the hell is Dean Ambrose?
Did you
Wasn't
check
he
under the
supposed to
table
be-
from Renee?
Nice. High five.
Well, Dean Ambrose is already kind of involved because wasn't he the bait for to get Bray Wyatt out there so Roman Reigns could beat the shit out of him on Raw?
Yeah. I would ask you, Rick, about
Mhm.
that pairing couple. Do you think they actually use protection, or do you think their sex is unfiltered?
I think it's dangerously unstable.
Ah,
Thursday. God, talk about using weapons for the sake of it.
No, he doesn't use weapons for the sake of it. He uses foreign objects for the sake of it.
Yeah. Every time he gets knocked onto the bed, he goes, "Oh," and does that wiggle thing just pop
Yeah,
back up.
it bounces back up.
But yeah, the
Again,
match
we're going
wasn't.
back to the conversation that nobody heard.
We are, but yeah, like the match was pretty. Like the match was pretty good, pretty
Yeah.
solid. I did like some stuff in there. Like I loved when Reigns went for the Superman punch on the outside, and Bray just sort of tackled
Yeah.
him when he was on the apron. I was like, that's kind of cool.
That was cool.
And the end was kind of cool when Marcus thought Damien Sandow interfered.
I couldn't tell who it was. It was just some rather tall guy in a hoodie with a beard. All I saw was like the beard and his dark color hair. I was like, wait, was that Sandow? Who the hell was that?
Oh, yeah.
You're a beard cyst.
He is. Yeah, I thought that, like, it makes sense that he came out, but I thought that was weird. I was like, oh, Harper helped out? Okay. Because I had, like, forgotten about him because
3 months.
Eric Rowan was injured. So, like, I was like, oh, yeah, I, like, totally forgot about Luke Harper. He came out of nowhere.
He did. Which, yeah, they're back together. It's like I said, once they split up, everyone was like, boo, they should be together. Which, they're together. It works. Bray is better when he has helpers.
Yeah.
At least then he might be
It's true, he
relevant
needs
again.
minions. If he does it all himself, he loses credit.
Oh my god, now I'm just picturing a Hornswoggle painted yellow.
Nice.
He does, he needs minions.
Well done.
Why not? He already sounds like one when they don't actually have him ask him to speak English.
Nice. So, next match, I believe that was the Diva. No? Yeah?
Is it I'm now imagining changing security paint in yellow?
No,
Oh, they
you're
should do
imagining
that
him
for
painted
Halloween.
gold and in your sex dungeon, you sick freak.
No, that's gold dust sex stuff. You're getting mixed up with gold dust again.
The phoenix awaits in his lair. Make my pants rise from the ashes.
After tonight, you will remember the name of Gold Phoenix.
Do you want this to be gentle, or do you want me to use the power force?
Well,
Wow. Hello, darling. It's morphin' time.
Let me get this condom, as I call it, my light-up jacket.
that would be hilarious. Like, the lights go out and you just see, like, lights on the condom.
Yeah, like little LED light.
Raises up like Jericho's arms.
But
Break your will down.
Welcome to Rated X-Marks with Richter Hammer.
In the corner of the
And
screen
triple
says
X.
James Phoenix will remember that.
Yeah. Oh, I wish we could do that.
But I believe we had a segment before the Divas match.
Was it? Okay.
It was
I usually don't
Naomi,
write down the segments, so.
Naomi, Tamina, and it's Sasha Banks being rallied together, being interviewed by JoJo. I only remember that because straight after it, she instantly came out, and I remember making the joke of, wait, were they literally right next to the curtain? Because the interview stopped, and boom, they were out instantly. And I'm like, what's happening here?
Well, there was that time, I think it was JoJo interviewed like Steph, and oh my god, she was so much shorter.
That's because Stephanie stood on Triple H's balls.
Must have been, because I was like, wow, it looked like a child. I was like, geez,
Yeah,
she's a lot shorter than her.
JoJo's really short and adorable. That's why I like JoJo. She's like she's like a little child. She's like a puppy. She's so
Carry
cute.
her around in a basket.
I do. I want to carry her around in my purse, Paris Hilton style. I don't have a purse, but I will get one to carry JoJo.
Nice.
Normal, you're not allowed to react this way. You are not Simon.
I am allowed.
Have you ever seen him in the same place at the same time?
Touche. Yeah, the Divas match.
Yeah.
That was a good match.
That was a good match.
I was surprised it was only a triple threat match. I thought it was going to be a triple threat tag match, and then it's like,
Yeah.
wait, there's only 3 ladies in here? What's going on? Why are they not up on the apron? What the heck is going on?
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was going to be like all 9, and I was all excited. I was like, oh, sweet. And then it's like, oh, it's 3. Okay, I mean, it's, you got Sasha and Charlotte in there, so it was some of the good ones there. But I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be all of them. Maybe they're saving that for Survivor Series.
I felt kind of bad that Charlotte and Sasha had to carry Brie.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a decent match.
I'd make the case. I didn't think they carried Brie. I thought Brie held her own.
You know, let's not discredit Brie here. She is the hot Bella after all.
Yeah, Brie
Wait,
and Nikki can actually wrestle. It's just a case that WWE only gives them like 3 minutes. If you'd only seen like Sasha v Charlotte for 3 minutes, you'd think they sucked.
Hey, Mo?
Yep.
Just say 3 minutes!
No, back in your dungeon. But yeah, like I said, which when they actually give the Divas a chance, it's pretty good. I'm kind of glad it wasn't all 9 people.
That might have been a clusterfuck.
Not because of clusterfuck, only because that means the storyline is not over. Unless everyone was involved in this match, it's not over, which means I'm thinking this is going to tie to, or this is, the big summer storyline they do every year for SummerSlam. Like one year is Punk gonna quit, and then another year it's been like other stuff. Like they normally have a big storyline for summer. This seems like the big storyline of look, it's the revolution of divas.
That'd be cool.
And then it'll
Hashtag
all come
you.
to a head at Survivor Series.
It might do.
That'd be awesome.
It might do. I say might because it might all come to a head at SummerSlam. I don't know, but
I want to see a Diva Survivor Series match. Damn it, I think that'd be awesome, especially with this crop of divas. It's like, yes.
But there's 3 teams.
Yeah. I'm okay with 3 3-person teams.
I'm okay with 3 people teams.
You still have to survive.
True.
Yeah, I'm okay with that as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of glad the storyline's not over yet because I feel like I will admit, in the back of my mind, part of me thought if they do this match, this might be the end of it all.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna drag it out for a couple more months, so that's kind of cool. Because I don't mean drag it out in a bad way either. I mean it's gonna make the storyline bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be like of the time Mark Henry went against like Big Show for like 4 months on the run for no reason, other than hey, we remember we've hired these guys.
Yeah, I was actually happy to see the crowd reacting to the Divas for once.
Yep.
Like, wow, the crowd's actually getting into this. Awesome. Maybe that means WWE will see that, hey, Divas actually wrestling is a good thing. Let's let them do this more.
I assume WWE already has because of like the hashtag Give Divas a Chance and all the other stuff. Divas are getting big responses nowadays. They have been for a while-ish, but which that's pretty good because, like I said, I want the stigma from like the old Attitude Era thing of the women are just here for some like a 2-minute sex scene. I want to see them actually wrestle. Like I much prefer. And I know some people are gonna say, well, that doesn't make you a man or whatever. I don't care at this point. I'd much rather watch like Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for like 30 minutes, like their NXT matches, like Richter's mentioned, than I would have seen like Tori Wilson v Trish Stratus in lingerie for like 4 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. And it's like, oh look, they're using pillows like chairs. Cool.
True.
Why
Oh
not?
look, now there's a pool of, I don't know, chocolate at ringside or gravy or whatever else they're gonna dunk them in.
Mm.
Cool.
Don't discard those pillows, because I recall in one of those pillow fight matches, one of the teams put like a brick or something in their pillow.
We
I
need
remember-
we need a stats video on the pillows.
Yes.
Actually, don't do that. I was kidding. Dear WWE, I was kidding. Please don't do that.
Narrated by Corey Graves.
Sure, why not? Here on Culture Shock, we're going to a pillow factory.
There you go.
Nice.
I don't know how he opens the show, so I just made it up. Anyway.
He's like, I'm on the WWE Network for $9.99. Fuck you, Rick.
that sounds about right.
He goes in there, he sees Sandman drinking a beer, waits for everybody to get the reference.
Yeah. It's like there was one time on Culture Shock when he literally wore, do you remember Mark Mero's pants? Or Rick Rude, sorry. Do you remember Rick Rude's pants where he used to have like guys painted on them? It was
Yeah.
Pixel Rick right on his crotch.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he was going and go in and go by a chessboard, and he goes by like the rook, and he just, you know, like the old chessboard, you know, one's made out of ivory, and just knocks it over. He's like, huh.
That would be amazing as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's hard to find, considering it's like illegal to make shit out of ivory now.
Yeah, that's why it's an old one. They have it. He goes he goes to a museum just to find one, just to knock it over.
Actually, that's no longer become illegal since they've been able to clone just ivory. That's not true at all.
I was gonna say,
No.
are they gonna get Jazz next and then Sable?
I was just gonna say.
Nice. But yeah, making stuff out of that, like the ivy and stuff, that would be amazing if they actually found a way scientifically to just clone just the tusks of elephants. Like, you want to make a piano key? Go ahead.
Tusk Factory.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the record, Charlotte wins that
Oh,
match. I have to ask, did they ban her finishing move or something?
Her finisher's the figure 8.
The other one.
The
'Cause I haven't
natural
seen her-
selection.
Yeah, I haven't seen her do natural selection since she's been called up. I'm like, wait, are they forbidding her from doing it on the main roster?
I don't think I've seen her do it the last couple.
This is your second match. She's been called up, Marcus. What the hell?
This is our only match since being called up to the main roster, as you put it.
To be fair, I don't remember her using it the like last 2 or so matches of NXT, but
Fair enough.
I don't know. It's one of those ones where it's a cool move, but it seems really situational because they have to be like, you know, in a certain position. So like maybe it's just they're trying to hold it back or whatever. I don't think it's necessarily banned or anything.
Right.
Yeah, it's a secondary finisher. Like, for a while, even when he had Hell's Gate, Undertaker would just do Tombstone. Then every now and again, he'd pull out Hell's Gate because secondary finisher.
Yeah.
See, I thought a triple threat match would be like the perfect situation for her to pull that out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, usually you don't want to try a submission in a triple threat
Oh,
match.
I paid the
Yeah.
price for that in one of the earlier video games when I was playing a tournament, and I decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play as Chris Benoit, and you know what I'm gonna try to do?
Wait for it. Oh. I feel so bad for you.
Was
You
this
were
when they
never going to
allowed-
forget that.
Was this when they allowed some sort of violence towards women?
Ah,
No, that's why he got disqualified.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in this tournament. I just heard about it. I know it's when I'm like, yeah, you're never going to forget that. I realized that sounds like, haha, look what I did to you. No, I wasn't there.
To
I
be
just heard
fair,
about it.
triple threat submissions can also help. Jim once
Can.
won a TLC when Marcus was stuck in a submission move.
This is true. This is true.
Like the thing is, in the video games, sometimes it works because like if you get the limb, or at least in the older ones, if you got the limb like red, they would tap out like near instantly, so it actually could work. But in like the actual wrestling, usually you
Yeah.
don't want to be sitting there for long periods. Like, no, you're gonna do this. Where's the other person? Bam.
It should be. The reason she probably didn't pull it out in this is because she didn't really need to, because this match was almost like a lumberjack match at times. Like when Brie was outside the ring, there was a lot going on out there. With both groups surrounded them all and stuff like that, and you've had stuff where like stare downs and slaps. So I'm guessing she might not have needed to pull out the big move. So it was like, okay, let's do the submission, or she was just doing the basics that fans would know, and then next match she might pull out something cool.
Yeah.
Maybe. Fair enough. But yeah, I enjoyed this match. This was a really good match.
I enjoyed this. This may arguably be my match of the night.
Yeah, I think it was mine for the pay-per-view.
Indeed.
And the best part, Naomi wasn't wrestling in this.
By the way, I just want to address one thing, Richter.
Mm-hmm.
You made the point about her not using that move because of it being situational.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bullshit, because if WWE had to think about moves only being used in the situation in which they should be used, Dean Ambrose's clothesline, I rest my case. To the point that we made a joke about him using it during sex earlier. That's how ridiculous it's gotten with that fucking rebound clothesline.
That one is ridiculous, yeah.
But did Jericho see the RKO coming?
I didn't say hers was the most situational.
Jericho invented that.
That's true. He invented situational.
Yeah, the most situational, in my opinion, would probably be the thingy, not curtain call. Oh, what the fuck was that? Shattered Dreams.
That
Yeah.
was awesome.
Or
I missed that
619.
move.
Or probably 619, because how often did someone fall into that position, but only when they were against Ray? During the
Yeah.
other matches, they never fell into that position after being so many.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, at least the Shattered Dreams, he set them up into that position, so I would go, okay, you get props for that. But, like, oh my god, Undertaker's, like, clothesline, like, say, Kane if they're in a triple threat with fucking Ray. Kane stumbles, face down onto the rope. And you're like, no, this never happens.
They should have. Well, for me, it's like if the move can't be done outside the ring, it's going to be more situational than a lot of things. If in the game they have to replace it with a DDT.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, see, the natural selection, you should be able to do it pretty much anywhere, because she'll just flip
Should,
over
yeah.
the person and ka-choom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like the little DDT, because like they're usually bent over, so or on their knees or whatever.
Yeah, I could see that.
When you
Although-
partner the divas.
Yeah. No, I could see that with not being able to use it on the outside. Although there's some moves that I would make the case are less situational than others that couldn't be
Yes.
used on the outside, like
Yes.
Hogan's leg drop. Although
Yes.
he could probably just do a leg drop, but if he doesn't run, it doesn't have the power, brother.
Yeah, but I mean, like Dean Ambrose doing the clothesline outside the ring would be hilarious. He just hits the barricade, bounces off. It's like, wait a minute.
That'd be as stupid as, I don't know, taking off your arm pad, throwing it into the crowd, waving your arms, running around, and then suddenly just doing something stupid like an elbow drop off the top of my head.
That is the best worst move ever. Actually, though, with Dean Ambrose, I just thought of this. I want him one time to do it, and he leans into the crowd, and the crowd pushes him back, and he does.
That'd be amazing. I want to see that now.
I want a triple threat where he goes to go into the ropes right as like Brock and Big Show suplex each other and the ring implodes, so he gets trapped under the ropes. And I'm kidding. I will say I do like the people's elbow. I don't know why it always made me cheer. And I will admit that was my one of my favorite moves to do in the video games, but only as The
Yes.
Rock. Because some games did it, some games didn't. Because I was always curious if he'd take off both arm pads. Yeah, and then what he'd do when he had an arm, where he'd just look at both arms and be like, yeah, and then just do it anyway. But some games he'd do the same animation even though there was no arm pad. Then I'm like, that's less fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, the people's own not bad. I mean, it's not like he danced around the ring like a moron and then wriggled around and then just dropped an arm on the dude. I'm sorry, that is the most overhyped finisher in the history of professional wrestling.
Worm.
Yeah.
Worm is dumb, yes. The worm is definitely dumb. But
Big Show doing it was wonderful.
yeah,
That's amazing.
Big Show doing it, or like your CAWs with Move Fest.
Yes. Actually, one of my favorite to steal for looking like completely stupid with my CAW doing it was what was it? Starship Pain? No, not Starship Pain. That like John Morrison would do that like spinny leg drop thing.
Nice.
The dance leg drop thing.
Yeah.
My favorite for years, but they took it out, or it stopped working, was the 619. Because after a certain point, it became weird that I was big enough that when I did my legs all the way over to the ropes, my legs touched the ropes, but yet the guy just went before the ropes. I'm like, no, let me do the 619. It's like the best part. What? Don't. And then me jumping over the top rope with a big fat guy. It's like, well, this shouldn't happen.
Good times, good times.
But I believe after this, we probably had something else.
Yes, unless I probably missed. Seamless transition. Unless I missed the backstage segment again, it was Owens.
No, looks like we went straight into the U.S. title match.
Well, we had
promos
swerved and stuff.
Which I give.
Yes.
I came in partway through I gave this my match of the night for the portion of this match that I saw. I came in during
This was a great match.
This was a good match. I like this match.
It was, yeah. Had lots of false finishes.
Oh yeah.
They were pretty good about that. It was an entertaining match.
Can anybody identify to me what the hell that move Owens did was? Where he picks Cena up and they like drop Cena's skull onto his knee? Like, I don't know what that was, but I want that move.
Hasn't he done that before? Maybe I'm crazy.
Well, you're the one that watches NXT. You'd be the one that would know.
I thought I remember him doing it. Yeah, that like crazy
modified brainbuster.
Yeah, modified shoulder breaker.
Wait a minute, you're telling me a guy did a modified something and Michael Cole didn't call it? What the hell?
No, he called it vintage.
Yeah.
Okay.
A modified brainbuster, that's what I'll call it. I'll call it a modified brainbuster. Makes no sense, but I'll call it.
You want a modified brainbuster? That DDT that they kept showing in slow-mo. Like seeing his head, the top of it just hit like flesh. I was like, yeah, that looked really painful. That was a really good one.
I was like, oh, how is he still moving after that?
Yeah. And I will say, with the ending, I don't know if anyone would agree. Probably not. I don't care that Cena won. I think Owens should have resisted tapping out either a little longer or passed out, like he refused to tap out.
Yeah,
just because of his legitimate gimmick. So, you know what I mean? Like if Brock was in that same move, I don't think Brock would have instantly gone tap, tap, tap. And I'm like, Owens is supposed to be fight Owens fight, and he's supposed to be like more legitimate. Yeah. He should have either passed out or at least held off for the longest time, then tapped.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, I guess he was in at least one of them earlier, so maybe they're going with it wore him down.
Yeah,
that is true. I would still would have rather he passed out. That would have been better for me. But the damage taking its toll might have also be the factor. But yeah, like I said, it just felt weird.
That's true.
Like the referee whispered in their ear, "You do realize you're running over, guys? Oh shit! Tap, 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 tap."
He's like, we need time for the Ryback match. He's like, oh, right, tap, tap. Wait a minute. It's like, you've just been swerved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually surprised Cena won because I was pretty sure.
Yeah, I was so shocked by that, too.
Move up and
yeah, you were hopeful.
And that's one way. Yeah, that's one way to put it. But now I'm kind of worried because I was, hoping that Finn was going to keep the NXT title, but now if Owens doesn't have one, it's like, oh, this could go either way. He could either win it, but I feel like they'll move him up. It seems he's. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people like him, and he's
Owens,
so I think they should move him up.
Owens has to stick around long enough to get screwed out of reclaiming the title by a returning Sami Zayn, and the two of them can get moved up to the main roster for their feud.
Man, he's going to be there forever.
I'm going to predict Kevin Owens v Cena SummerSlam. Because so far they've had normal match, normal match, normal match. Where's the stipulation match to end it? Yeah. Like last man standing, or you know what I mean, something like that, where it's going to be like where if it's last man standing, I can easily see like Owens' power bomb to the outside ending the match.
Like he's gone too far.
Yeah.
Well, or you like it better, make it an I Quit match so that Owens can walk around with a microphone and talk shit at Cena the whole match.
No, because that wouldn't be a spoiler. Who wins? We know Cena never loses an I Quit match.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
How about a KO match?
Yes. But no, I think a last man standing match would do those two great because they've had more legitimate matches, which is fine. Everyone likes a legitimate match. But to end the feud between these two, I think it should be something big. Not necessarily all filled with weapons and all that shit though for the kids. I just mean it should be something where it's like more like last time it's been like Cena's style matches. This should be something that favors Owens, maybe a little bit more like last man standing, because then Owens could possibly not even use weapons and just beat him down until he doesn't get up anymore.
Yeah.
And if they did that right, and if Owens had won that, I think that would cement him on the main roster, and boom, he's good to go.
Oh, totally.
And then Cena can go make a film, or make a wish, or
Make a baby.
make a baby,
Make a baby wish?
or make Marcus's list
Ooh.
of stuff to buy for Christmas.
I bought you a John Cena.
It's the
You get a
inflatable.
John Cena. You get a John Cena. You get a John Cena.
That's what you
Champ,
should do. That's what you need to do, Marcus.
Hmm?
For Richter's birthday, get him a Kevin Owens Weibo where he can punch and it comes back up, punch and it comes back up.
Ha! Ha!
You know, I think they were. You know, I didn't get a chance to check before they were all gone because they recently went clearance. But we had for a while at the store I work at. They had John Cena punching bags.
Nice.
I didn't get a chance to see how much they were on clearance before they disappeared, but I wanted to. We did have those for a while. There's a small one and a big one.
Would it
See,
team up with Basket, or would it be a triple threat?
Ah.
Basket would be special ref. No,
Ooh, good.
and he'll call it right down the middle. No, it would be with the Kevin Owens Weibo or Weeble or whatever you call it, where you punch in, it comes back up. I
It's a
feel
weeble,
like,
it's a weeble, it wobbles, and it doesn't fall down.
yeah, I feel like Richter's would be one side Kevin Owens, the reverse would be Corey Graves.
Poor
And Richter,
David
and Richter will
Otunga.
literally do a let's play.
Ah.
Ah, as he jumps on it like Austin style, doing that punch while it's on the floor. Eventually, he just weebos back up, and then Richter's like, no, dun, 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 into the floor. Oh my god, they just did a pop-up power bomb. That's legit.
I will admit, I did start getting a little bit worried when they started giving Cena almost insurmountable odds, because he had like fucking 2 AAs, a super AA, locked in the STF. I'm like, okay, yeah, Cena's gonna win this because nothing he's doing is working. He's like got all the odds against him now. What the fuck?
To be fair, like you said, though, you also thought Owens was going to win because for the longest time he kept teasing his finisher. So I think they did that well. If it didn't look like either would win,
Yeah.
or the opposite, it looked like both could win.
I was hoping one of the instances that they climbed up top that Owens would finally be like, fuck this, and just hurl Cena out of the ring through the announce table.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that was a pretty good match.
That was a good match. But now that does lead to one question.
Hmm.
Who will accept the United States Open Challenge on Monday?
One of the
Charlotte.
people you've let out of your gold dungeon.
Joey Mercury?
The Bashams.
Wow.
Thank you, I remember with Shanique.
Wow.
The Gemini?
Yeah. Who didn't love Shanique and the Bashams or whatever with the like dominatrix and gimp outfits? It was
That was funny.
no, it was wrong, but I didn't hate it because I was like, okay, they've used other sex stuff in the past. This one doesn't come across as overly sexy. It actually comes across as almost a parody. I like this. This is funny.
It's the best the Bashams ever.
It was funny how they went from that to members of JBL's cabinet.
Yep. To Marcus's fanfic about him becoming a bestseller of 50 Shades of Grey.
Shh, you're not supposed to tell my secret.
It was totally on the E-Fed section of the X-Pound board back when we had that.
Damn it! I thought I deleted that.
You did. We brought it back. It was me, Marcus.
Along with One Night in Phoenix and One Night in Jericho.
Break. Yeah. Anyway, out of the dungeon, we go to. Then I did write down the tower. I did write down that there was the Miz segment where he came out and addressed the Ryback.
And gave the most accurate promo he's ever given.
I did like this.
Yeah, although we did laugh at how he was dressed because we're shallow. But whatever.
I do still have to say, in my opinion, the Miz has not looked more feminine.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I agreed it looked silly. I think it suited his character enough. Yeah. I wasn't like, this is weird and out of place.
It looked very style. Like it looked kind of Hollywoody, where
like
normal people are like, no, you didn't know.
Like slight spoiler for later, just because we already slightly spoiled it earlier by mentioning it. But if Undertaker had come back wearing that outfit, I would have been like, that doesn't look right.
I like you saying Big Show when Big Show came out. Like he should be wearing the same thing.
That's what a feud now about.
This has to change.
The one thing I love about that, Miz is like saying all this crap. Big Show's music is he just walks out, just quietly and slowly lumbers down to the ring, climbs into the ring, punches Miz in the face, and leaves. He just doesn't say
that was funny.
I was like, wow.
I miss Summer Rae. I know she was with Rusev, but I liked her being with Miz for a while. But she is with Rusev, but I like Summer.
Yeah, Miz sold the hell out of that punch, too.
Yeah, he punched him out of his pants.
he just flopped over, just...
Michael Cole was happy. He's like, people will forget about the shoe now.
Which I will admit, that would have gone one of two ways. Either A, he sells the shit out of that punch, like you said, or B, he Ultimate Warriors it, and Big Show legitimately punches him. It sort of reminds me of like the Telltale Game of Thrones game, where there was that scene where the guy's like, just stay down, and you have to choose whether or not you get back up, or whether or not you choose to stay down for the betterment of your kingdom.
I think if you got back up, you should have body slammed him and be like, remember Tough Enough 8 years ago? And then just walks on.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 8, but it was a while ago.
However long ago it was.
Miz I think Miz needs to start recruiting people.
The A-list?
Yeah, you should put together like a list of, maybe not the A-list, but like groupies and stuff for him of like wrestlers that aren't being used, like Heath Slater and stuff like that. But here's what he'll do. He'll constantly dress them like the Miz in that outfit we saw on the pay-per-view, and they'll always have like their backs to people as Big Show's going around backstage, like turning around to punch him without knowing who it is. And it's like, oh crap, no, it was Heath Slater. Boom! Oh no, Zack Ryder. No, I like him, Fandango. And it's like, no, he's going through all of them. And then eventually he sees one. It's like, no, I'm not. He turns it around. He's like, that's not even Miz. That's just a dummy. That's just a scarecrow. Miz then attacks him from behind like a 2x4.
I wanted him to turn around one, and it's Mark Henry.
Yeah,
just way bigger. There's punches of Mark Henry. He's like, wait, what?
Boom! Ah, what the hell?
Big Show confused as to why he fell for that.
Yeah. As long as he falls for Great Khali also.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then eventually he gets fired because Stephanie's wearing the same outfit.
No.
How horrible would that be? Stephanie's wearing that same outfit, emasculating someone on TV and stuff. So we all know it's Stephanie. And when she's backstage, you see Big Show go, I've got him. He's like sneaking up like Elmer Fudd style, like, shh, be very quiet. I'm hunting Miz. Turns around, boom. He's like, oh God, no, my career.
Grows a beard and joins the Wyatts, hoping no one will recognize him.
Yes. Even funnier if he does that, turns out punches her, and she just goes right back to her feet. And she's like, no, I can understand why you did that. We do have the same.
He just continues walking.
Yeah, I can respect that, Big Show. You hit me. And Big Show's like, well, do you want to hit me back? Fine. She does like the punch to him, and he just goes, and just lies there, not moving. Triple H walks in, just oddly confused. And then he's like, damn it, X-Pound. It's not enough for you to hook one of my proteges and you made him a table, but now you've got my wife knocking out giants.
No. See, wait a minute. See, the way if you're gonna have it with regular fun, you make it like a cartoon. What you do is you have a picture like, all right, you can hit me, and lean forward and close his eyes, and Stephanie reels back and then just steps aside, and then Roman Reigns just leaves it from off screen, and Superman punches him.
Or even better, Miz turns to Stephanie around, punches her in the face, like I said, like really hard. Like it's only Stephanie, none of the other ones. He sees it as being Miz. Turns around, punches her in the face. Oh God, what the hell have I done? Like paramedics to take her into the ambulance. Right, she's about to go into the ambulance. You see Miz around, go, you just got swerved. Maybe that joke wouldn't be funny.
It would be
have
before
Steph
Miz,
sit up like Undertaker.
but
Yeah.
before Miz does the reveal, Triple H has to come in first and start hitting Big Show. So he's getting pissed off, like, "What'd you just do to my wife?" And then he feels this tap on the back of his shoulder, and Big Show turns around, and it's Miz. He's like, "You got swerved."
Yeah. Well, Triple H's like, someone beat up my wife. I don't know who it is. I should go undercover. And he dresses as Stephanie.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he sees Beth Lesnar, and he's like, oh, hi, Beth.
Yeah.
WWE undercover boss.
But then he makes the mistake of being dressed as Stephanie in that outfit, and then he gets punched in the face.
But his nose is so big, it just ricochets off and punches Big Show. We're horrible people. None of this makes sense for this pay-per-view.
No, my friends.
Yeah, he's like, my friends, you're implying my wife should be punched. And then Richter's like, well, to be fair, that's how they wanted me to introduce Punch Starter this month, with punching my wife. And Richter's like, and Triple H's like, oh, so I'm one of you? Cool. Next week on Raw, he reveals his Pixel H t-shirt.
Yes.
I would buy that T-shirt.
Last week, I was sitting up in the ivory tower, and I thought to myself, it's like, oh god, this is gonna go on for 18 and a half more minutes.
Why not? Why not? I mean, I put it to you, Triple H clearly listens to our show because. Do you remember when we went off on that tangent, Rick, about Transformers and WWE?
Mm-hmm.
My WrestleMania T-shirt. I rest my case.
It's true.
That's true. That is
All the
true.
evidence we need.
Yeah, the WrestleMania AI. It's all the robots of wrestlers. It's like, yeah, this will please Rick. He's like,
And
wait,
also,
none of these shipped to Richter Hammer. No.
that'd probably be the first 20-minute Triple H promo you'd be okay with, Rick, and you'd actually want to watch, because it's basically 20 minutes of Triple H promoting your show.
That'd be funny.
You'd be like, I'm okay with this. I'm gonna let this go.
Get an award.
Yeah, like we said, twin magic and lookalikes and stuff always work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the other day, Jim was being threatened by a criminal that was bald, and he just leans in close and goes, Vita! And the guy just fell down, and he's like, wait, no, does the reverse work? And the guy's like, wait, Vita? What? And Jim's like, and Jim just escapes. He's like, yes, I tricked Richter. I thought he might pretend to be asleep, but he didn't. Vita.
He's like Jim 1, Rick 0.
Yeah,
Yes.
as Jim gets into his little like golden clown cart, he goes. I don't know
To
why
the
he
fetus
owns
cycle.
Yeah, I don't know why he owns
Like
a
a
golden
moped.
clown
The little
cart.
scooter that Jim Thomas has.
Yes, a moped.
It's better. I'm now imagining Triple H doing that promo about the Richter Hammer show. Then at the end of the promo, he introduces him, and the music just hits, and Ranger just comes out and does the little in-place dancing like Brock Lesnar. Marcus just walks out dressed as Paul Heyman.
Yes.
And they're like,
That'd be
oh,
awesome.
I'm a
Like to
pixel
introduce
face.
my client, Richter Hammer.
I still like that idea. No matter what Marcus is dressed at, if he appears on WWE, like, oh, hi, Tensai.
That
To which Marcus is just like,
He comes out and his face palms.
yeah. And eventually he's like, I just want someone to just, for once, please, he's even talking to Triple H, please, just for once when you see me, please say, hello, Marcus. NXT, you just see Triple H backstage to Albert. Hi, Marcus. To which Jeff's like, no, like that slow clap guy, no.
Falls to his knees. No.
Yeah. Corey Graves pass it by, tell your friend I said hi.
Yes.
But yeah, after this, I believe we had the title match.
We did.
We did, that is
Rollins
correct.
v. Lesnar.
This was actually a pretty good match, and I also loved how Rollins actually got a lot of offense compared to what I thought he would on his own, if that makes sense. Like, he even did those kicks and stuff like that. That first, boom, like the super kick to Brock, and he stumbles. I'm like, wait, what? And then he keeps doing it. I'm like, this is awesome. Rollins is actually cementing himself as a legitimate person here.
Yeah, I was hoping he was gonna just keep doing that, put him in the fight. I kind of wish Michael Cole had been put Rollins over a little bit more with the commentary there, because that would have been a great opportunity to put Rollins over the commentary and be like, now look, this is or have JBL chime in, one of the two, because JBL likes to support heels. I'm just trying to be like, see, this is the genius of the architect right here. He knows the entire power game of Lesnar is dependent upon those legs. He takes those legs out and Lesnar's got nothing.
Yep. To be fair with JBL, he supports anyone as long as it's someone he likes.
Fair enough.
Like, he'll support faces, but then the second it's the Cena match, because he still had the match with Cena before. Now he's commented on Cena, but before now, like when they had like Farouk, he's like, oh yeah, my friend Farouk, or he's like, oh yeah, I was a drinking buddy with him back in the day with some Attitude people. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. It feels less than like, say, like the coal miner situation.
True. But then JBL starts referencing wrestlers from the 80s that nobody remembers.
I remember wrestlers from the 80s. Hi, Crush.
Yeah, I remember Crush.
Aw, I miss Crush.
Hi, Tatanka. Assuming that was the 80s. That might have been early 90s.
Well, I don't know. It depends. Are we talking when Tatanka was there supposed to be, or are we talking like 15 years later when Tatanka showed up on SmackDown for no reason?
I'm talking about when he joined Ted DiBiase at one point and turned his back on Lex Luger, and everyone kept calling him Running Scared.
Ha! Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, because he was like heel Tatanka at that point, and he was sort of badass, but also sort of really heelish. That they were like Running Scared. He's Running Scared. And I'm like, that's kind of funny. I like that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, this match was pretty good. I liked it.
Indeed.
Lesnar definitely took him to Suplex City.
Yeah, I believe, what did they get up to? 13, 14? I lost count.
Something ridiculous, yeah.
But the last number I heard was 13. It's possible they went afterwards, but I remember hearing the 13.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I just love the enhancement of a match given by Paul Heyman. I told you! I told you!
See, does anyone else think maybe during Brock's stuff, as much as he might get really annoying fast, like he did when he was actually doing this role, who thinks Paul Heyman should actually just sit at the commentary desk?
That would be amazing. I would love that.
He doesn't need to be at ringside because he doesn't distract people for Brock, or he's not like jumping up on the aprons for Brock or anything like that. So it's like, why not put him on the commentary? So he's like, no, what you're watching here is the Conqueror, and just starts to sell Brock on the commentary.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't go overboard, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. And then it'll be even better to hear Heyman's reactions when things like the super kick start happening. And he's like, no, what are you doing, Brock? No!
Or, dong, dong.
What the hell?
Like, that's one thing I miss with that, is that they didn't really show Heyman's reaction until like near the end, and you kind of saw him like near the edge of the screen. For the most part, they kept him off the screen. I'm like, I want to see Heyman's reaction to this. I want to see his, oh shit, we're fucked face.
We kind of did. During a lot of it, if you noticed, he was at the bottom screen like he was with the streak thing, and he was doing the with the eyes open thing, like, oh my god, for bits of it. Like, this shouldn't be happening, and I'm like, that's awesome.
Although I gotta say, and I know, I mean, no offense to the guy because he is, but I'm sorry, but hair coloring or not, Undertaker looked really old.
He did look older. But I will also make the comment, like I mentioned earlier to you guys before we recorded, called this.
Yes,
I
you
had
did.
a prediction that was right. Woo!
Woo! And when it comes to the Undertaker, you're usually right.
I just figured it was a little obvious, like I mentioned with the breaking of Kane's ankle, mentioning the streak over and over again and stuff. It's like it seemed too obvious. Like like I said, like in the past, if they keep mentioning a wrestler, it's like it's kind of a given they're going to be back pretty soon.
True.
Like when Santino kept mentioning Austin, I knew it was only a matter of time before he got a stunner.
Yeah.
And he got a stunner.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be during this match, but I did say it could possibly be what saved Seth Rollins for this match. I was honestly thinking this was going to be building to, like I said, it possibly SummerSlam, but I was thinking WrestleMania.
Maybe.
Like set it up now, set it up around now, if like in the next month or two for WrestleMania, but.
Hey, by the way, since you mentioned Santino, am I the one who thinks that if he toned down the goofy accent a little bit, we should take Santino and put him on the pre-show team instead of Corey Graves?
No.
Yes.
I say no because Corey Graves is actually pretty good, and Santino always tries that jokes crap that doesn't work. Whereas at least Corey Graves seems knowledgeable. Santino just seems idiot.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Santino
Like, it wouldn't-
ruined Emma.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be Santino. Like in my opinion, it wouldn't be Santino if they make him serious. Therefore, it'd be like Santino in name only.
Okay, alternate ideas, so that we can at least see him regularly. Can we make Santino the permanent host of Swerved?
Yes. I don't know who the host of Swerved is.
There isn't really a host of
Oh,
Swerved.
okay.
I think
Yeah,
the closest thing we had was Dolph Ziggler in the first episode, and beyond that, just nothing.
Yeah, I'd rather take Dolph. Or because it's an internet show, Zack Ryder.
You're just taking Dolph because you want Summer Rae.
No, because I mentioned from the first one that it's because she wasn't in that one, but I actually thought Dolph had like the Ashton Kutcher style face and stuff like that with some of the stuff. Like it felt like he would be the Ashton Kutcher for this Punk'd.
I could see that.
But like I said, if it wasn't him, I could also see Zack Ryder because it is an internet show.
That is true. I could see that.
But you know, WWE doesn't like to mention it.
Swerved.
Yeah, WWE doesn't like to mention the fact he had an internet championship and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we used that for what we needed to. Cena became mildly more popular. And we had something to do with Kane for a month.
Exactly.
So where did Rollins go when Undertaker showed up?
Well, given what we've seen Rollins do the last few weeks, he probably ran out through the crowd.
Oh.
Like I said, the lights went out and then he disappeared. So I'm thinking...
He transformed into the Undertaker?
Yeah, I was thinking like Shazam and he became Undertaker.
He drank a potion, turned into Mr. Hyde.
Has anyone ever seen The Undertaker and Seth Rollins in the same place at the same time?
Oh, shit. Is
Yes,
that why Kane's always so hard on him?
I'm just going to say yes when all three members of the Shield put him through the table.
Oh, damn.
One was a hologram, like
Yeah. One was CM Punk. We were just doing CM. We were just doing Twin Magic.
Wow.
But no, yeah, like I said, I think Seth Rollins just took off, which fair enough. Brock didn't look weak because he didn't lose. Seth Rollins doesn't look weak either because
he put up a good fight.
He put up a good fight. And this is probably going to go. I'm thinking it has to do with the injuring of Kane's ankle. Yeah. If they don't mention this for this feud, I can't tell if I'll be mad or laughing. Like, wait, the only reason I predicted this was Kane's ankle and obviously mentioning the streak, but Kane's ankle was like one of the big tippers here. Surely, you should mention this.
Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my God, are we going to see corporate Undertaker now as he fills in for his brother?
Ah.
Yes. Oh, he was part of the corporate ministry. It makes sense.
No. Next week is when they come back on the air and they tell everybody that Kane is recovering in the Bahamas, and then they show pictures of like a conscious Kane laying on a beach and something like that.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I do
Kane
want
with
to.
his foot in a cast, getting a back rub from Hula Girls.
And I will say, since they've used slightly the urn when it was during the Bray Wyatt feud again, so he still has the urn. I think it'd be kind of an interesting twist, but we've kind of seen it in the past. But I think it'd be kind of an interesting twist while Kane's gone for this feud, if the Authority has the urn like they did Kane's mask, like both next to each other.
That'd be interesting.
So they're like controlling the Undertaker. And it's like, no, we can just set him on you at any time. Because how amazing would that be? That would literally be. I would literally be like Paul Heyman did that at one point and stuff like that. And I think that would be a really interesting thing to do with the Undertaker and Kane both being controlled. And I don't see Undertaker going corporate because I don't think they'd do that. But I could totally see him being used, like a monster, oh yeah, let's drop him into the Undertaker pit, but not exactly in those words.
He's a summon attack.
Yeah,
you can't see him going corporate, but can you see him going corporate in industry?
Richter made that joke.
The thing though that kind of concerned me, maybe I'm off on this because I don't, see the Raws and the SmackDowns, but when Undertaker showed up, Brock looked scared of him, and I'm like, didn't you beat his ass a year and a half ago? Didn't you? Why you weren't scared then? Why? I don't see why.
Yeah, It's with all due respect, you're Brock Lesnar. He's some old dude. You cannot be threatened by this guy.
Yeah, it just felt like he didn't feel scared of him back then when there was, the streak, is he going to beat, and then he, just shows up and it looked like he was scared. I'm like, why would you be scared now? What? No. You've already destroyed him. Is he like a Jedi? He comes back more powerful or something?
Well, and all credit, when they came up handing Undertaker, he looked really pissed off.
Well, actually, I'd be scared if he looked happy. If Undertaker was smiling, I'd be like, oh shit. Take off the crowd, Seth Rollins style.
I will say two things. One, with Undertaker smiling, you totally, when they had story designer in the older games, need to use the Undertaker model and do the smile face. It is creepy as fuck. But it's like Joker, and I'm like, what? No, that doesn't look right. That's not happy.
It's more satisfying than taking off Kane's mask in the old one.
That's happy, but not happy as you know it.
But I will say the second thing that I think sort of makes this somewhat believable is right before the streak match when they did that contract signing and stuff. Undertaker overpowered Brock and made him sign it in blood and stuff. And also that was Undertaker fighting for pride. This is pissed off Undertaker wanting your blood. And it's you know what I mean? It's which one? If you beat Hulk, fair enough. But if you go against Hulk when he's pissed, and you now see Hulk just wants to destroy you, you're gonna be like, okay, I should probably be worried at this point.
Now this is like the wounded animal effect. It's okay, you've taken away Undertaker's right. You've taken away the one thing he had, which was the streak. Now he just doesn't give a shit. He's got nothing to protect. He's just gonna beat your ass until you don't move.
Yeah, it's I said, I think this is revenge. Like I said, I'm hoping for his family, but it's for the revenge factor plus the other stuff means I could see Brock logically being afraid. The lights go on and there he is pissed off. Brock might be like we've seen Brock back down a few times since he's been back. Mm-hmm. I think on Raw they'll under or oversell it as Brock not being scared. Or sometime before Survivor Series, Brock will be the big beast again. But it's mainly for the impact. Triple H not being afraid of Mick Foley, but the second he puts on the Cactus Jack t-shirt, he shit himself. It made the fact he was back seen as Cactus suddenly somehow important. Brock shitting himself makes Undertaker's return important. If Brock had just been whatever and just walked off, it wouldn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But
they should book it that way. They should book it that way. And if Brock cut a promo about how he's not afraid of Undertaker and his fancy superpowers, and that I proved at WrestleMania that you were just a man. You don't got your powers. You just done the other thing. And then you just hear rolling. He just rolls out on the motorcycle. You're like, oh shit.
Oh my god! I don't know why I was thinking that. In my head, when Jim started to say that, you know what I was thinking, Rick?
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker in the armored Batman-style suit to take Brock out.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, drives out in a bat tank.
Lesnar, you're right.
No, an Undertaker.
Undertaker.
That will slay the beast. I am an American badass.
So
Instead of the bike in his ear.
yeah. The army would be weird, but or not the army. The armor would be weird, but yeah, like I said, I'm curious where this will go. I'm thinking with how soon they've done it, it must be SummerSlam then.
Yeah.
They
That
sometimes
would make
have
sense.
like returns for that, and that could be cool.
That could be cool.
It's also a little different because how often do we see Undertaker at a pay-per-view that's not WrestleMania?
That is true. That is true. It's kind of a special thing. Although I will say one thing though. If they do go the route you were suggesting about they're gonna authority having the Undertaker's urn in the display case next to Kane's mask and stuff, that's pretty much going to be irrefutable proof that Triple H listens to our show because it means he ripped off our idea about Brock Lesnar's trophy case.
Yep, but I do like the idea of Undertaker and Kane's mask and urn. I don't think I'm not predicting they'll do that, but I'm thinking that would be like a cool story, especially because at any point, if they wanted to, the brothers could easily just break that stuff out, and then the authority could shit themselves.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck, what Undertaker's gone loose. Okay, get Kane's mask, control his mask, gone. What? Boom, destruction. J&J security. Ah, fuck.
You two, go do it. Oh.
Get him, Ray.
If the brothers just pick up the wreckage of the Cadillac and throw it at them.
Although, you did mention Luke Harper or Eric Rowan, whichever one was bald, is injured right now.
That's Big Red, Eric Rowan.
Bray Wyatt does need a third man.
Mm-hmm.
What if Undertaker's grown to respect him after their last match and is now the third man of the Wyatts?
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm joking with that, but part of me does think that would actually be kind of somewhat interesting. Like Undertaker with those would be like, wait, what? Because then you'd have Bray's mind games and Undertaker's. It'd be like, yeah, your head's fucked.
Yeah.
Although Triple H is fine if Undertaker and Kane turn. He'll just text Nash. I would totally love to see Nash return to try and just do a jackknife to Brock. He wouldn't, but I'd love to see that, like Nash returning with the black hair and just doing it once. Because I think Brock would probably destroy him.
Well, if you want to see Kevin Nash return, you can see him in Magic Mike XXL in a theater near you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Is that the sequel to Monster Ball?
It's the prequel.
Yeah. I kind of want to... Is it wrong? I do kind of want a sequel to Monster Ball because I kind of want to see Frankenstein v. Nash.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be pissed if they don't. Cause okay, you're teasing it like they do with wrestling stuff. That's kind of funny because you were building like a wrestling event. But I still kind of want to see Nash v. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I think Nash v. Brock's the closest outcome.
Probably.
Yes.
Or Nash v. Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could totally see them doing that Brothers of Destruction thing, and then Rollins is in the middle of the ring cutting a promo, and then all of a sudden he's like, whoever he's feuding with, maybe it's Brock or whoever reigns, he's like, yeah, you see, I have two monsters in my, under my control. I'm going to stick them on you. All of a sudden, the lights go out, and all you see on the Titantron is it cuts backstage to the trophy room. Nothing there. And you just hear him basically go Shia LaBeouf. He's like, no.
Yep.
In the trophy case, can they also have a fur coat and a trailer hitch for J&J?
Yes.
There you go. Perfect.
Something they haven't done for a while, which I don't know if they will, but I kind of want to see Seth Rollins defeat like local talent that's dressed as Brock.
Oh
That
yeah.
was
with
like good, yeah.
drawn on tattoos and stuff like,
Right.
okay, Brock gets his rematch tonight. Come on out, Brock. And then you hear the music, and then it's like that guy there, like boom, pedigree 1, 2, 3. He easily wins like his foot on his chest. They haven't done that for a while. I kind of want to see it, especially to like him mocking Brock, because then he's broke the 11th commandment, as Paul Heyman kept saying over and over again.
And that sounds like something Rollins would do.
Yeah,
I approve. I want to see that.
he would do that.
But I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think we're
I
good.
think you're right.
Indeed, this was a pretty good pay-per-view. Actually, pretty solid card.
Yeah.
Pretty solid matches. I'm impressed.
Indeed.
And if you've
Yeah.
actually been able to follow this entire discussion, I'm pretty impressed.
As well you should be.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Check this pay-per-view Battleground out on right now on the WWE Network for just $9.99.
Indeed.
Or free if you join this month.
True.
All right. So there you have it. Unless there's any closing remarks, I'll take us out.
I will say you were a lovely and generous host.
Oh, thank you. Thought I was a villain.
I switch
Villains
back
could
and
be
forth.
hosts of things.
Yeah, and I also
Richter
switch
Hammer faced her.
I switch back and forth between Richter's the best host we ever have and supervillain.
Now. Lex Luthor is a supervillain, but he's also lovely and generous.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The ivory tower has a heel face revolving door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have like a magic 8-ball on the desk. Am I a heel today?
Yes.
Ask again later.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you have it. Our thoughts on WWE Battlegrounds on the WWE Network, and the our awards and promo and match for the previous week, and all things that weren't that. So thank you. All things that weren't that.
All things that weren't there.
You got your WWEs and your Raws and your NXTs and your
Whoa.
TNAs and stuff.
Way too soon to do your Bill Cosby.
Got the WWE. And so, anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Come back next week for some more craziness and some more wrestling. Thank you very much, and good night.